Again, we had a balanced budget at the beginning of this year. We had our 3% reserve. What we did wrong was we believed that the legislature would meet its obligations to us.
And I was also going to ask you, Calexico High School, there's only one high school in Calexico. And I don't think that you guys can close it because it's mandatory to have an education in the United States. You guys can close other junior highs because there's other junior highs in Calexico, but I don't think you can close Calexico.
Again, I don't know where you're getting your information, Melissa, but there is absolutely no interest in closing Calexico High School. No. The question in terms of seeing the figures, good question. As I indicated earlier, we built our budget based upon some assumptions. Those assumptions were that we would have X number of teachers, administrators, classified employees. We would have certain expenses, and that the state would subsidize those costs. Now, what has happened is that the state has reduced what they promised or what they had told us we were entitled to get. So the issue is we expected that we were going to get X number of dollars, and we got considerably less. So the state has made what are called mid-year cuts. And that's the, if you will, the gap that we're obligated to fill. Our financials are on our website. If you go to the fiscal, administrative services, fiscal services, they're all there. I don't apologize that for all of the years that we have been in preparing budgets, we are given projections by the state of California. And we build our budgets based upon those projections. If they tell us that we're going to get $100, then we assume that we're going to get $100. Then if in February they say, whoops, we made a mistake, you're only going to get $70. That's the problem that we're in.
But that $5 million came out was for that mistake you made, or that mistake you made in 1 year?
Yes.
1 year?
That's correct. We have an $82 million budget.
Mr. Grossbeck, I have a question.
Yes,
So we were not in a deficit at the beginning of the year?
that's correct.
Okay. Mr. Grossbeck, you're seriously telling us that we were not in a deficit at the beginning of the year?
That is correct.
Mr. Grossbeck, I'm sorry, but I have lost some faith in you and your administration, because you have lied to me before, okay, and to the parents, some parents at Calexico High School. You have blatantly have, and so I have lost complete faith, and I don't believe that the deficit just came about because the state didn't comply with what they had said. And And Calexico district is the one district in the county that is suffering like this. The only one. And I know that the economy is bad, but that just kind of worsened the problem here in Calexico. The problem was already here. And as far as setting up some kind of place where you can donate money, I have 2 jobs, my husband has 2 jobs, and not for 1 second would I ever consider giving 1 cent to this administration. Not 1 cent, because of the way you have spent the money. And I'm putting this kind of bit of hope, because I don't know your board that well yet, but on the board, not you or your administration, because you have mishandled our money really, really bad. And that is why we have a deficit of $5 million. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. And so many of us parents and teachers are suffering the consequences of your misspending, you and your administration, and the ones that left already. And, you know, unfortunately, you got that hot seat now. But the ones before you, but I'm sorry, but you were also part of that administration. And so not 1 cent would I give to this district.
Any other questions?
I'll be ready to take off. My name is Alberto Pajano, and I'm here. We have the director and I think all the friends are here. And you guys have been missing for a long time, and this is the reason why we're here. Okay? We need to form a committee for the parents, and I want every parent to go to that committee and bring everything else that has to be done for our kids. Okay? If this would have happened in the 60s and 70s, we would have been already in Sacramento. All of us, teachers and parents, asking why are they treating our kids this way. That's number 1. Okay? Number 2, on the administration. We, as the parents, have the right to ask them when they have the meetings, to go to the board meetings on the Tuesdays. Okay? And right now what you can do is send letters to the board members asking them why are we this way. All of them. All the parents, and I hope they all do a letter. Okay? The other thing is the solution. I asked you that question, and I never got a straight answer, but anyway. When was the last time you guys raised the fees on each kid?
I didn't hear the question.
When was the last time they raised the funds for the kids going to school every day? When was the last time? How much they pay you per day for kids?
Oh, in other words, the ADA. 2 years ago. Because the COLA was frozen this year. So there was no increase this year.
This year?
Correct.
But the last, so it's been a couple of years now?
Yes.
Because I was going to ask that maybe we should ask, maybe they raise the fees on the kids, you know, it doesn't cost what it cost 2 years ago, or what the problems we're having right now, you know. And also a lot of problems, my kids go to Jefferson School. You guys have a lot of problems on substitutes. You love to have substitutes there. That costs money. You're paying the teacher and you're also paying the substitute. Now when my kids go there for substituting, it's not the same day as having the teacher. And I addressed this complaint before and I'm still doing it. Okay? Because that's also a cost. They can cut back. Just like you asking me, send your kid to school so we can get paid. I'm expecting a teacher or the teacher to be there. Not to have so many meetings or she's not there or whatever happened there. And I'm not against teachers also because they're here. I'm not a fan. But I'm getting more involved into it because I'm upset about it. Because when they come in, they watch movies or do something that they're not supposed to do. They get credit for attending, but they actually don't get credit to go to school. And we're carrying more holidays and everything else. So it's, you know, something that we can work on it.
And I certainly look forward to working with you on these issues.
Thank you. Thank you. And remember, parents, letters to the board, attend the meetings.
A lot of talking, but no one showed up, right? We need to do something.
Exactly.
Hasta que le llegue el agua al cuello, entonces, so we can do something. Let's work together, you all.
Exactly. Parent committee, we all get involved. It's our kids what we're fighting for.